Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, things haven't gone exactly according to plan. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball,
here we go.
and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll run. This is Burkhead. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now let's go. Blue, line it.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Erickson. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run now with Burkhead. Spins away. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This is how they will line it up defensively for Minnesota. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play
here we
it,
go.
understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got it first and goal at the 7.
All right, here we go. Green 3.
Now Burkhead. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than
end zone call. Touchdown, Seattle. Alex Erickson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Yeah, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently, but whatever they said appears to have worked. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. As we get set to watch Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Here's Anderson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
By now, you know I love running backs, and C.J. Anderson caught my eye in a big way in 2017. His first 1,000-yard season on the ground, a little bit over 1,000 yards with 1,007, but over 1,200 yards from scrimmage, so you know you can catch it out of the backfield as well. An exciting runner, a powerful runner, and a guy who can be physical when necessary.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
Touchdown, Vikings! Virgil Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rosen off the play action. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. A look now at the lineup defensively here for Seattle. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A look at the numbers from last week for Olsen. 9 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Holding offense.
So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your old line to set the tone.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now Rosen, and it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ryan Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Now Prater to add the PAT. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now let's go.
On the run, it's Burkhead. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now let's go. Line it.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down. And now out comes Minnesota. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They give it to Anderson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Anderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That definitely sets up a much more difficult 3rd down.
Yeah, you figure 2nd and 2, one they thought they could pick up. Now you're facing 3rd and 4.
Yeah, got to give the front 7 a lot of credit for making that play. I'm just starting to wonder, partner, is 2nd and short also a throwing down in the NFL now?
18 yards there and a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the pin. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. The rookie Josh Rosen with 3 touchdown passes. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks back here with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. This is taken at about the 14. And out now come the Seahawks. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Here we go. Green 39.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Darnold looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll go with the ground attack here. So they fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Darnold now to throw. And Selleck here, left side. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now we've We've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense.
And some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man old Mo is arching an eyebrow at him right now. You get me going. Keep me going.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Erickson.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Darnold from the gun. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Alex Erickson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Suckup. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session.
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Back onto the field comes the offense as we zero in on Josh Rosen. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They run. Anderson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time backing in this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, these guys are hard to find.
Here's Rosen. And caught left side, Olsen. A nice gain at 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude it? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
It's a gain of 5. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Anderson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Rosen. The screen pass here to Cullen. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Now let's go. Blue, landed.
On 1st down, Darnold. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
All right, here we go.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's got Rodgers. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, Darnold over the middle, complete. That's Erickson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again is Darnold. And his pass incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Holding, offense.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Here's Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The 13 yards that time at a 1st. To the air again, Darnold. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Eli Rogers that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And now out comes Minnesota. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Anderson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly.
Holding, offense.
And this one could be coming back. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that...
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
That is caught by Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rosen on 1st down. Open man is Cantrell. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a pretty...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Courtney Upshaw continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen, and this is going to be incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Let's go! Green!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And out now come the Vikings. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. CJ with a nifty move. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a big conversion there on 3rd down, and I remember playing, and all the time on the sidelines, you hear a coach calling for the punt team to get ready on 3rd down because you can't call for it on 4th down. It's too late getting on the field. So a lot of times you're lining up, and the offense can see you lining up. Occasionally it serves as motivation for them. I'm not letting these guys back out here. I want to keep the ball in offense, and that's exactly what they did.
They run with Anderson. He's been the bell cow tonight. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
They run again on 1st down. Anderson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. On the right side, caught by Green. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Hard throw, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it.
It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rex Burkhead, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks a two-point conversion away from tying the game. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 30.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
The Seahawks on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11. Darnold. And that is incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Well, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Hurry up, here we go.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ray Armstrong in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Pressure, he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Ray Armstrong in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Here we go now.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Able to get away. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And Green with a catch left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Bo Allen on the stop.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
They run it again with Anderson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Darnold on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold, and that'll be incomplete. The veteran Brent Selleck, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Darnold now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They start the drive with Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On 1st down, it's Rosen. And Olsen over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage. Usually an 8-man front, that's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now we'll run with Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Blue
Here's Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Holding offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Let's go.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
All right, here we go.
A first down throw, Darnold. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
3rd and 2, Darnold to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Able to find Harris, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green.
Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. He's back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Well, it looks like it's going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense as we zero in on Josh Rosen. And 3.
Set. 3-19.
Here's Rosen. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing now is Rosen. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Now a desperation throw, deep down. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And they'll indeed take a knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Seahawks, they'll take them where they can get them right about now, as a victory moves their record to 2-11 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, you start to wonder if it's going to happen this year. The skid has hit 13 in a row on the season. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.